We are so close to Friday, but we have a few hurdles before the end of the week, so let's hop into it. It does feel relatively chilly on this first day of spring, not necessarily because temperatures are super low. No, right now it's 50 in New Bedford, and for this time of year, that's actually pretty nice. 45 in Newport right now and 46 in Providence, but it's clearly much more gray than it has been the last, well, let's say 36 hours or so. It was gorgeous yesterday, but the clouds have arrived and they're just going to keep coming tonight, as well as some fog, a little mist and drizzle, and eventually the heavy rain gets here too. Temperatures don't drop too much. Those clouds helping to hold in a little bit of that warmth and air from the south, going to keep us relatively mild tonight. But the focus is all right here off to the west. You can see our next system is on its way, again helping to propel those clouds out ahead of the front, and eventually all of this rain that you're seeing right now across Pennsylvania, upstate New York, even out to the Cleve where we find Nick and Ian right now getting ready for March Madness. Well, that's all coming our way by late tonight. So let's hop into Futurecast and I'll show you what's on tap. Again, a couple of showers, a little mist and drizzle, and that patchy fog. Absolutely something we're going to watch for as we move through the evening into the late night hours. And then as we get just past midnight, that's when the heavy stuff starts to come down. You can see this is just as we're getting to 1:30, 1:45 a.m. and that heavier rain really starts to move in. There's not a ton of energy with this front by the time it gets here, so it's not nearly as robust as what we saw earlier this week, but it's still going to be a bit soggy for your commute tomorrow morning. Rain showers starting to push east as we get through 6, 7, and 8 o'clock, especially if you live in Bristol County off to the east, or maybe you're traveling to the South Shore, the Cape, or the Islands, or even up to the North Shore. Just know that the rain is going to be moving east, so the further east you live, the longer you're going to see it. As we move into tomorrow afternoon, things are going to look a little better one step at a time. I did just mention, it's not going to be nearly as robust of a system as the one we saw earlier this week, but I want to show you the numbers, just prove it to you. Earlier this week, many of us saw more than 2.5 inches of rain. That's a ton of rainfall from one storm. This one, we're looking more like 1/4 of an inch. I would say between 1/10 of an inch and 1/2 an inch total. Now, this is good news, believe it or not. I know it might disrupt a few of your plans. Thankfully, most of this is falling overnight, so I'm hoping you're all asleep, but we really do need the rain. This is the latest iteration of the Drought Monitor. It comes out every Thursday, and the newest updates are good. This is a huge improvement. We have seen that moderate drought here in the tan get dialed back through parts of Massachusetts, parts of Connecticut, and even Rhode Island as well. But we are still in dry conditions for just about all of Rhode Island and all of Bristol County and the South Shore too. As for the rest of the day tomorrow after the rain leaves, it's still pretty cloudy. It's going to be windy as well, and most of us are going to be in the upper 40s and low 50s. I'd put you between about 46 and 52 degrees. I think 50 is a pretty safe number though. As we get into the weekend, this is the good stuff, right? You want to start making those weekend plans. It's looking okay. Could it be a little better? Yeah, but have we had worse weekends? Absolutely. Saturday's mostly going to be nice, but later on Saturday evening, a quick moving front does look like it could throw a shower or two our way. Not a lot of moisture in this front, so I'm not too concerned about it. Temperature's going to be nice, but it is going to be relatively windy. Make sure you have an extra layer just in case you get cold easily. Now, after the front, the biggest impact we'll see, again, not rainfall, but temperatures falling into the upper 40s. By the time we get to Sunday, it's still going to be windy, so I would absolutely have a layer or two on hand. If you, again, get cold easily, the wind's going to be making it feel a little drearier than it actually is, despite the fact that we'll get some sunshine. Just a reminder that on Monday, our next system looks like it's going to roll around. This will start with a mix and then move into rain as we get to mid to late morning. Not going to be a blockbuster, but something we're watching now that we're in